Yo, Wagwan, we're back with another video for your head tops. We still haven't got any confirmation of any new character reveals just yet, but we do have some new gameplay to cover. We'll be doing not one, but two character breakdowns today for Panda and Toge Inumaki. We got a new clip of Panda in action, so we'll be starting with him and then go into Inumaki. If we get any additional information on the characters, then I'll be sure to do an updated video. I personally want to main Toge Inumaki, so I'm doing this character breakdown for selfish reasons. But Panda and Toge do look like the perfect duo in JJK Cursed Clash. You guys smash that like button so I know to keep doing more character breakdowns, and hit the subscribe button for my consistent uploads. Help me reach 5k subscribers and I'll promise to do tournaments for this game when it's released. If you don't believe me, check out my Fight Club tournaments playlist to see tournaments I've done for other fighting games and anime games. One of them even hit $2,000 as the prize pool, so if you're not about and you miss out because you weren't subscribed, don't cry, don't beg, innit. Without further ado, let's get into the action. Panda is a powerhouse character who can turn into a gorilla at the drop of a hat. He's one of the harder characters to use in the game, probably because he can change his forms and you have to manage when is the best times for these transformations. If this was Overwatch, he would be considered a tank class because he's just that durable. His curse techniques are called Gorilla Mode and Drum and Beat. We'll cover these in a bit more detail later on. Although Panda looks nice and cuddly, this brother will punch off a man's face with ease, so don't get close to him, cuz. We get a brief look at what could be Panda's intro cutscene here. He attaches his blue knuckle dusters and gets himself into a fighting stance, ready to swing for anyone who dares get in his way. There are also some unique interaction clips between Panda and Toge, which could be from their joint intro cutscene. We see both characters posing like they're models at a photo shoot and then look at each other like, yo bro, should we jump this pagan? Toge gives Panda the nod to let man know he's on the beef, and then they start limbering up. What kind of idiots are these lot? I don't know why Toge is limbering up, because all he has to say to someone is die pussy, and then boom, they'll be dead. So I don't even know, fam. After that, they get into a fighting stance, ready to send their ops to the gulag. Here we have some new Panda gameplay. He has a standard HUD with 5 bars of cursed energy. He is best at close range because he uses his physical attacks. Panda looks like an absolute beast. No pun intended, but whenever he glows yellow, he can tank hits. And as far as I know, he doesn't take damage while glowing yellow. The messed up thing is, he can use his super armor attack for free, bruv. It even gives him cursed energy when he uses the twerk move. That Panda is throwing it back for real. God damn! We've seen Panda use this yellow armor a few other times for some other moves as well. He has the throwing it back move, which we just saw, and also a shoulder charge move that sends the opponent flying away. If you saw yesterday's video, you would also know that during that knockback, your teammate can jump in for an attack and add additional damage. The only other time we see him use the yellow armor is during Gorilla Mode, which we'll go into next. This next clip, we see Panda dodge Todo like it's nothing. This is why I said it's not ideal to just throw out your main attacks wildly, because if your opponent sees it's coming, it's very easy to dodge. There's also an easy way to tell if you're being targeted and the opponent is going to attack you. I thought I'd quickly cover this because I haven't seen anybody else talk about this mechanic, so listen up and pay attention. Look closely at the top of Panda's head. You can see a white curved line pointing in Panda's direction. This lets you know when someone is locked onto you in the game. You're probably like, yeah, so what? Someone's locked onto me, cool, yeah, what now, bruv? Well, when an opponent is about to attack you, the curved white bar turns red, meaning that if you have good enough reactions, you can get a dodge ready to avoid your opponent's attack easily. So make sure you keep an eye on that to get a 1-up against your opponents. I don't know why Gojo couldn't teach us about this mechanic in his latest video. They should have let me host that instead.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Anyway, back to the Panda breakdown. After dodging Todo because he was looking at that lock-on bar, he instantly turns into Gorilla Mode, and we see an icon appear on his HUD showing a half Panda and half Gorilla icon. This means the mode is active, and I'm pretty sure his teammates can see it too in case he was fighting out of sight. The maddest thing is that it costs no meter to turn into Gorilla Mode. I do think you have to be level 3 to activate it, although we don't know for sure. Once in Gorilla Mode, you instantly get super armor and turn into a literal full tank. Nothing can stop you until you run out of cursed energy. If you look closely at Panda's cursed energy meter, you can see that it is slowly depleting over time. He even tanked a lariat from Todo without taking any damage. We don't get to see too much of Panda's abilities, but his main move is the drumming beat, which is what we just saw him do when he was pummeling Todo like a piece of pulp. He can also do this in his normal Panda mode too, it just doesn't have super armor. We also get a sneak peek of Panda's awakening move, Gorilla Mode Max. After turning into Gorilla Mode, he jumps down in front of the opponent and looks like he's about to Hulk smash the hell out of them. There's also a clip of him diving into his opponent from the sky, looking like he's doing a Delaware smash, and then picks up the opponent and gives them the 360 spinneroonies straight out the park. Toge Inumaki and Panda have a unique joint attack, which we'll see in this next clip. Panda transforms into Gorilla Mode and charges up some cursed energy in his fist. He dashes over to the opponent and chucks them straight into the path of Inumaki, who uses cursed speech to send them flying away. These two look like the perfect team, as Panda can constantly press you with his armored attacks, whereas Inumaki can be in close to medium range, dishing out cursed speech attacks. And because Panda is always in the opponent's face, he can give time for Inumaki to drink his cough medicine. Toge Inumaki is a mid-range character who has a super powerful technique called cursed speech. Although this technique is very good, it does have side effects that hurt Inumaki if it is overused. So he's a bit more of a technical character. The key to becoming good with this character will be using the correct cursed speech moves at an ideal time, as well as managing his cursed speech bar. Just like Panda, Inumaki has 5 bars of cursed energy. I've briefly covered Inumaki's ability in a previous video, so I'll do a quick overview of the character in case anyone has missed that. He has his own unique HUD, which shows 2 cough medicines and a green bar to the left of his icon, which is his cursed speech meter. As you use his cursed speech technique, this bar starts to deplete and will turn red when it's empty. In this clip, we can see Inumaki start off using his auto combo technique, which looks really cool, might I add, and then finishing it off with an extraction technique. There's also an in-game mechanic which allows you to wall bounce the opponent. You may see it in a clip later on. That Todo is highlighted green, and as far as I'm aware, when that happens, the opponent can be comboed as they're falling, so make sure your teammates are close by so you can continue the combo. At level 1, Inumaki can use his cursed speech to tell the opponent to get down, and this crashes them into the floor. I wonder what will happen if you use this on an opponent that's in the air. That could be a great way to keep the fight on the floor. This attack uses 2 bars of cursed energy and like 1/4 of the cursed speech meter. Inumaki also has cursed speech moves that use no cursed energy and only take meter from his cursed speech bar. This move is when he tells the opponent to freeze, which stuns them for a certain amount of time. And if you look closely, Todo is glowing green after he bounces off the wall. This next clip is actually crazy when you break it down. I don't think anyone else realized just how crazy Inumaki's cursed speech ability actually is. He uses a move which we're gonna call Brace that gives him super armor. This uses 2 bars of cursed energy, but we haven't seen anything crazy yet. Watch this. Todo is using a super armored move of his own, and we can see this because he's glowing yellow. But Inumaki's cursed speech completely cancels out Todo's super armor. This isn't even the craziest bit, because Inumaki's cursed speech attacks can damage the opponent even if he has no cursed energy. What the actual... As you can see, he had no cursed energy left and still killed Todo. This is where the technical aspect comes into play, because if you use the right moves, you can really take on anyone. You have to use Inumaki's cursed speech wisely though, because if you overdo it, you'll hear him start coughing and he can actually inflict damage on himself. One key thing to note is that the higher the level of the cursed speech, the more damage it will do to the opponent, but also the more damage you'll do to yourself. There is a way to not take damage, and that is to find the right time to use Inumaki's cough medicine in the match. At the start of every round, Inumaki is given 2 of these, and it looks like when you die, those cough medicines are also refilled. So make sure to not waste these precious gifts. As well as Inumaki's full move, he also has a move where he tells people to get twisted. This move can be used at any level, and the move gets more powerful as you get more cursed energy. At level 3, Inumaki can deplete half the opponent's health with 1 get twisted. We also get a quick preview of what looks like his awakened move, where he yells for his opponent to stop and then tells them to to get crushed. There is also another cutscene we see of him saying blast away. This could be from a joint attack, or it could be an extra cutscene from his awakened move. We don't know just yet. Personally, I think Toge Inumaki looks sick. I want him to be my main, so I'm looking forward to playing him the most. You lot comment down below with the hashtag Team Panda or Team Inumaki, depending on which character you like more. If you made it this far into the video, smash the subscribe button as I'm trying to get to my goal of 5,000 subscribers, and be sure to hit the like button if you want me to do more character breakdowns. Let's hit that like goal and I'll keep the videos coming. Tap the notification bell and check out my other JJK videos right here in case you missed any of the other character breakdowns.